En de Joden dat zij de wereld mogen regeren. Maar ik ga nooit toestaan dat de Joden gaan regeren over Arabieren of moslims, begrijp je? En ze kunnen wel zeggen dat wij moslims, dat wij de schuld zijn van alle oorlog, maar het is niet waar. Hun brainwashen de moslima's. Kijk, nu kiest iedereen voor hun. Hoeveel Marokkanen ben ik tegengekomen die de kant van de Joden kiezen en die Israël accepteren. Maar hun brainwashen hun. Want alle oorlogen zijn juist door hun ontstaan. En ze doen alles onder de grond. Net zodat ze Osama sturen en dat ze die sturen en dat ze die betrekken en dat ze die betrekken. Iedereen begint nu helemaal, vindt dat de Joden de God zijn of zo. Weet je, dat ze hun kiezen, weet je wel? Begrijp je? En ik bedoel... Again, the third time. When she do, you mean that is true what I say, you understand? Because now I explain to her that this Osama, this Abdul Kader, they're all in that Mason organization that is led by the Lihud, you understand? And the Muslim girls, I'm starting to speak about the Muslim girls because I'm trying to tell her that you are the same. They brainwash the Muslim girls by telling them that the Arabs or Muslim are all the time fighting and brainwashing them so that they can turn everyone against your origin. So she's, for example, she's Arab and she will be against her own Arabs and against her own Muslims. This is the whole goal. So she do and this is the sign that when she do like this, you know that's what you say is true. Ik weet dat jij een Palestijnse vriendin had, toch? Then I try to investigate more about her and I say, and I know that you had a Palestinian friend that was living close to me. Are you still seeing her? What is her name? And then she said, I don't know her name. And then she said, how strange is that? I mean, she don't know her name because she don't want to say her name. Because she's embarrassed. Because she needs to know her name. Because this Palestinian woman was a friend of her mother and she was coming at their house. So probably she do not have contact anymore with her. What actually happened? Probably something happened. And then I asked her, is she still living close to me? And she said, I don't know. Bij mij in de buurt woonde, toch? Hoe heet zij ook alweer, die Palestijnse? Ja, weet ik ook niet meer. Maar het is toch zielig voor... I don't know her name, it's a long time ago. It's very sad for her that she cannot go to Palestine, right? And she said, yeah. Almost that she cannot give answer. Ja, dat ze niet meer naar haar eigen land kan gaan, toch? Ja. Heb je dan nooit met haar over gesproken dan? It's very sad she cannot go to her land. Have you never spoken with her about that? Weet ik niet meer. I don't know anymore. Like it's a heavy subject for her, you understand? Lang geleden, Shadia. It's a very long time, Shadia. Ben je trouwens ook naar die actie tegen Israël? Then I asked her, did you went to the action demonstration against Israel in Den Haag? Is in Den Haag om te protesteren of niet? To protest? You are a little bit... You really think that I'm busy with this kind of things, huh? De demonstratie was dat tegen Israël. Was a demonstration dingen. No. Als er een keer een bijeenkomst dan... She wants to say I'm too busy. It is the same when I start to speak about this Freemason. She say I need to go. I am busy. And now again when I start to speak about demonstration, no. And she almost wants to say I'm busy. And then I say to her, if there's a demonstration again, I will invite you to come with me. Dan kan je best meegaan als je wil. Dan neem ik je wel een keer mee om te demonstreren. Nee, ik heb daar geen zin in, maar... I have not the mood for that. And, Maar jij verdedigt wat? You are defending the Palestinian state, right? De Palestijnse staat, toch? Sorry. And then she's not saying yes. And then she's quiet and then she Shadia. Now you don't need to put things in your head that are not there, huh? Don't play politics games with my head trying to find out things about me. I know that. I know who I am. I know who I am. Then tell me who you are. If you know who you are, be a woman and speak loud. Tell me who you are. You just pretend like I have something to do with Lihoed. If someone asks me something indirect, I also know what the person wants to know, you know? And with me, you don't need to do that. So she's feeling attacked. Why she just don't give answer? What's the problem? Die Osama is aan de kant van de Joden. Because that Osama is on the side of the Lihoed, you know? They're trying to provocate her. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I that he deserves it. He needs to know that himself. It's not my life. Maar jij staat wel aan de kant van de Palestijnen, toch? You are on the side of Palestinians, right? If you would otherwise want to call me Jew, then I will hang up. Heel veel moslims die accepteren. So what's the problem? There are a lot of Muslims that accept Israel as a state. That's not a problem. Osama kiest ervoor dat de Joden over hem regeren. Osama choose that the Jews would rule over him. Ik laat de Joden nooit over mij regeren. And I will not allow that for myself. And I prefer Saudi Arabia. I need to go. I need to go again. I need to go. I have no time. It's time to go. It's time to go. Dan wens ik jou het allerbeste. Okay, then I wish you good luck. En als je wil, dit is mijn nummer. This is my number. Of wat dan ook, ik hou deze nummer. If you speak Osama, then I have this number. Als ik het fout heb, ja, dan wil ik weer deze vragen. Maar sorry for that. Ja, goed, je hebt me niet van mijn nummer. Anyway, you have my number if there's something. I just want to say that I'm very, very disappointed in what about happened. I also told to that woman, I was angry at that woman, and I told her, tell me the whole story and not the half story. Now she's trying to pretend that she's not against me by blaming the other women, that the other woman is not telling the whole story, and trying to play the victim that she's disappointed. She's of course happy that the conversation is going how she wanted, because she's all the time taking the time, more than 1 hour for me, speaking, giving the time and speaking very nice and normal to me, hoping that it will not escalate. En daar ben ik dus boos op. En toen ik het verhaal hoorde, en toen Faiza ook het verhaal, en Jamina ook, die was ook heel boos. Wie is Faiza? Wie is Faiza? Ja, allemaal. Huh? Wie is Faiza? When they heard the story, everyone was very angry. Omar. Omar. En Jamina, wie is Jamina? Zij was ook boos om de situatie wat is uitgelegd. Maar wie is... And Yamina was also angry about how the situation was explained. They also only told the half story, not the whole story. Yamina dan? Wie is Yamina? Yamina is gedaan voor zus. Waarom, in ieder geval, waarom het niet... in ieder geval, ze snapte niet waarom iemand een verhaal stelt, maar niet het verhaal helemaal afmaakt. En dan kom jij schreeuwen en die hele heisa. Niemand kon het snappen. Ja, maar jij kan nu gewoon de waarheid vertellen hoe het echt in elkaar zit. You can just go and tell them the truth that I have spoken with you, and then it's okay. Mama, en dat ik jou gesproken heb, en that's it. En hij heeft die nummers niet meer. Als iemand mij niet iets... I'm not gonna tell all that. Met niemand spreken meer. If no one's telling me anything, I'm not gonna speak with anyone anymore. God is above me. And God punish everyone who is how you call it, who is judging me, and who's judging me more. God is looking from upstairs, and you know that very well, eh? You know that very well, Shadia. Who's judging me? God is looking above. She wants to say and direct, like, watch out, when you've disappeared. You have received your punishment now. Because they played the Antichrist and everything to punish me, you understand? So now indirect, she's trying to use God and who's judging her. She's saying that's not about this situation because I'm right about this situation, and she knows that, you know. And he will receive it in the life and in the afterlife. I said, yes, that's true. Who wants to speak can speak. Who wants to do. You can also see that her accent is not really. Her accent, wallahi, her accent is not really Arabic, wallahi. So I said, when are you going back to the mosque? Then I will speak to them to say to them that I have spoken with you. When are you going? Then I'm gonna come with you to fix it. What are you saying? I don't need to be with them. Actually. I have asked for the numbers of the person to call them that have said all that, what happened, and they did not want to give the number. So I don't need to go back to the mosque. Waarom wil ze haar nummer niet geven dan? They don't want to give the numbers because they say only half stories and not full stories. She was afraid or something, I don't know, because I also was confronting her. I could also not speak with you because I had not your number. I don't need to watch my face at the mosque on someone that did not want to explain me something. I know who I am. Why should I go with you to the mosque to prove I didn't say anything? I don't need to prove anything. Om te zeggen dat ik jou gesproken heb en maar ik ga het alleen tegen die moeder van Miriam zeggen, want voor de rest heb ik met niemand gesproken. Ik ga ook naar haar toe zeggen, als ik jou iets in vertrouwen vertel, waarom ga je het dan aan iemand anders vertellen? Want nu wordt er kabaal van gemaakt. Ik heb toch met jou gesproken? Ik heb toch bij de deur daar met jou gesproken? Ik heb toch niet in de moskee zitten schreeuwen? Dat ga ik dan ook tegen haar zeggen, dat ik met jou gesproken heb. Maar mijn moeder is er ook boos over, maar ik vind het ook niet normaal. Ik heb ook aan mijn familie verteld, ze vinden dit niet normaal. Hoe dit is gegaan. Ik heb alleen met de moeder van Miriam gesproken. Dus ik ga de moeder van Miriam aanspreken. En ik ga zeggen dat ik inmiddels jou gevonden heb en ook met jou gesproken heb. En dat het gewoon uitgepraat is. Dat er ook niks aan de hand was. En dat ze dat ook niet had moeten doen. Dat als ik iets aan iemand vraag in vertrouwen en iets zeg in vertrouwen. Dat Miriam, haar dochter ken ik. En zij had vroeger ook eventjes contact met jou. Het zijn geen vreemde mensen, weet je wel. Dus dan ga ik ervan uit dat ze gewoon niet praten, weet je wel. En dan ga ik dus ook zeggen dat ik met jou gesproken heb. Dus volgens mij komen ze daar iedere zondag komen ze naar de moskee, denk ik. En ze gaan daar nu les volgen. Now she's more relaxed. I told her, okay, no problem. Then I will go to the mosque and I will speak with them. And I also will tell them like why they only told half story. And I will tell them that I have spoken with you. And I think they come there Sunday or something. And she said, I don't know. She's just very relaxed now. She liked it that I say that. Over de moskee of wat dan ook. En over dat jij zegt dom, je hebt gelijk. Kijk, als iemand dommig, dan ben je het. I also tell her, if someone is judging you, then God will see that, you know. But I tell her that I did not judge her. I just had a question and I want to ask a question. I could not find her. Her mother is changed the house. She's not anymore on the street. What is this, you know? And she said, no, because you did. You did judge me, and I'm disappointed in you. She's trying to play the victim, you know. She needs to lie, of course, because if I would find out, it would destroy her life. You understand? She's putting now everything on everything. She said, I did not. Yeah, you know, you did trust me. You went to the mosque and She's trying to play the victim, you know. I said, no, I did not judge you. I went there. I found two women that I know from the past, and I asked them that in confidence. So it is that I tell that to someone else. It's not my responsibility, you know, because where can I else find you? And if I tell them that I look for you, I also need to tell them why I'm looking for you. And that they say that I was that I have blew it up. Okay, it's normal when you are asking and looking for someone and it's urgent. You're not gonna tell it on a very, very, very normal way. What you will probably say that with some emotion, but it's different than yelling, of course. Snap je, als jij niks gedaan hebt, je hebt nergens mee te maken en iemand kijkt dommig, dan roep je zeker keihard. If you have done nothing and you have no relation, any relation with any subject, and people judge you, then surely God will come. You know, I tried to make clear to her what the definition is, because she used this argument before, like, you know that Chadi, like she wants to say, you disappeared and we came after you, we punished you. Snap je wat ik bedoel? Daarom zeg ik ook tegen jou, van ik heb nu met jou gesproken, weet je, ik heb het niet in mijn hoofd gelaten. Ik heb met jou gesproken en je hebt gezegd, ja, ik heb hem... Hallo? Hallo? Niks. Met die vrouw terugkwam en alles. En hoofd gelaten. Ik heb met jou gesproken en je hebt gezegd, ja, ik heb hem... Hallo? Het enige wat ik wist is dat hij gescheiden was omdat hij vrouw zocht. En dat was het. Ja, hij zei ook tegen mij dat hij... En ik wist ook niet dat jij met hem zou afspreken, want jij was in Spanje toen. Ik zei, je had hem ergens op hele stuk, maar SBG, ja, kan je altijd nee zeggen, want jullie waren aan de telefoon aan het praten. En in één keer was jij in Marokko. En then again, she started to speak about this Usama. I only knew that he was divorced and that he was looking for a wife, and I only said to you that you can speak with him, and then suddenly you told me that you are in Morocco, yeah, and that you will meet him. It's not like that. I explained it before. She's now trying. It is the end of the conversation, so she's trying to blame me so that she can have a reason to tell people. It's not like that. I was at the first moment very clear, and when I went to Tanja, I went for a vacation and I even did not tell it, and she was the one that asked me if I would meet with him, and I said, I don't know, I did not spoke with him yet, and then she said it. So she's just boxelizing it, as I said before. Ja, dat komt omdat ik toen vakantie had, dus ik ben naar Marokko gegaan, maar ik was niet van plan met hem af te spreken. Dat jullie zouden afspreken en dan moet je regelen erin meer. Maar ik zou ook niet met hem afspreken, maar je zei wel tegen me van, ja, je vroeg of ik al met hem afgesproken. Ik zeg nee. Toen zei ik nee man, toen zei je, ja, maar je kan wel afspreken, maar je moet niet naar zijn huis gaan. Je had me nog gewaarschuwd om niet naar zijn huis te gaan. Ja, toen jij in Marokko was aangekomen heb ik jou gewaarschuwd. Ja, maar ik ben niet naar hem naar Marokko gegaan. Ik bedoel, ik ben zo vaak naar Tanja gegaan, weet je. Dat is niet zo. En dan moet ik afspreken. Ja, maar ik heb ook niet met hem afgesproken. She's trying to back to lie. I said, I want vacation, I mean, what are you saying, I mean, from the first moment when you sent me a picture, I was clear, So she's trying to back because she needs to find a reason to tell the people. She probably wants to tell the people another story now about this, Tanja gaan wanneer ik wil. Nee, want jij bent tegen mij en ik snap niet dat zij dat het niet meer. Now she said no, because I'm saying it because you said at the mosque. I said that she proposed me and whatever. So it means that at the beginning of the conversation she did not know why I was calling her. You understand? So now she's actually admitting that at the mosque they came to her and told her the truth. Well, if someone is at the mosque coming you and telling you everything in details, then you cannot pick up the phone like this and do like there's nothing. And then I ask her about Osama, and I say, where did you meet Osama? And she asked me why I told you that before. And then later in the conversation, she said she heard something that I went to the mosque and did. So now she admitted that she knew everything in details. So it means she's a very, very good liar and a good actor. So which part you want to believe and which part you want not to believe, especially the part when you say, when people judge me, God, 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 God. It's dangerous, really dangerous. En dan moet ik straks maken, dan moet ik wat gewoon trainen. Nee. Ik zei tegen hen. Now she's trying to say that I told in the mosque, and then she said, I did not tell you to meet him. So probably she wants now to say that at the mosque, to use that as a reason. But of course, she cannot turn around. Everyone knows that she's the Antichrist, and she cannot turn it around. They knew it, and they knew who I am. They knew it, and they knew I come back after 3 years, so they knew that I have a very good reason. Ik heb via haar een man leren kennen en die is nou voortvluchtig en ik wil alleen maar weten hoe ze hem heeft leren. I was very clear to these two women, to the woman and her daughter, said from the first moment he came to buy a house, and that's it. And later, he tried not to buy a house, and then I told her they're playing the Antichrist. This is what I said to her, And this woman and her daughter, they knew about it. They knew. Because she said to me, you have a pretty face, they want to let you work. This is what she said. Ja, dat is wat ik heb gezegd, want je zei net, ik snap niet dat iemand mij zo iemand kan koppelen. Dat zei jij net. Nee, ik zei niet koppelen. Dat heb ik helemaal niet gezegd. En het was ook niet koppelen. Ik zeg voorgesteld. Dat je mij zo iemand voorstelt, want het is een crimineel. Hij weet zelf ook dat hij een crimineel is. En hij komt ook niet in Marokko. 100.000%. Dus dat is het. Maar ik ga dat niet nog een keer halen. Ik ga zondag naar de moskee en dan ga ik dat rechtzetten allemaal. I said, no, I never said that you proposed him to me. I said to him that that he's a criminal. And how can you let me meet a criminal? I mean, I did not say that you sent him to me, proposed him to me, that you let me come in contact with a criminal. Ik ben naar Marokko gegaan omdat ik vakantie had. En ik ben vaker naar Marokko gegaan. En ik heb je toen ook de tweede keer ook in Marokko leren kennen. Weet je nog dat wij iets gedronken hadden? So it's normal. I went many times to Morocco. Also that time. I mean, if I have vacation, I go to Morocco. I said, and the other day that I went, other period that I went to Morocco, when I met you in Morocco, because after that, few months after, I went again to Morocco. And when I went to Morocco, she was in Tanja. And she told me that she was in Tanja. So actually, I went for her. I thought I can meet with her and hang with her. So when I went to Tanja and I met her in a cafe in the street of my hotel. And when I met her and I started to drink something, I asked her if she wants to drink something. She said no. And then suddenly, she was very, very secretly acting like she was hiding. She had the same attitude that she had once when we was in Eindhoven, in the city. During Ramadan, after when my foster child left, I brought her to an Egyptian restaurant. I wanted to eat there. And she did not want to go there. Every time when I say let's go there, she did not want to go there. And he was an Egyptian married to a Dutch woman. And he also one day asked me to go to their house to help them with some legal advice, like he knew something about me. And then he said to me, don't worry, you will marry a man that is not married. Azri, So I think that she knew that he was also in that world, in that other world. And that's why she was hiding. And then I said, why you don't want to sit there? No, I don't. And because he didn't know her, because he greeted her very normal, like he did not know her, but she was hiding for him. Well, her sister, one day I brought her there with the children to eat. She was very normal going with me there and eating with me there. So this is why And also about the other thing that I told you before about this Samira that was cooking for the mosque, that took my hand like she wants to protect me from her. And when I lately last week went to her door, she ignored it. She denied everything. And when I said, like, when I started speaking about Freemason, she was shaking and said that she didn't want the police in front of the door and she didn't want to hear anything about that subject. And that if I needed to eat or to sleep, I'm always welcome. So it's very strange. Dat jij ook geen tijd had, dat jij net terug naar moest gaan naar je tante. Weet je nog? Dat we hadden afgesproken, dat je met je tante in Marokko was. Dus ik ben vaker naar Marokko gegaan. En dat was toen ik naar Marokko ga. Ik was toen al in mijn hotel en ik had niet met hem afgesproken. En ik was het ook even van plan. Want toen was ik met jou gesproken en toen had je mij gewaarschuwd dat Nasiha geen van niet naar zijn huis gaan. Toen zei ik ook tegen jou, ik ga ook niet naar zijn huis. Maar ik denk van, waarom moet je tegen mij zeggen niet naar zijn huis gaan? Dat weet ik zelf ook wel dat ik niet naar mijn mannen in hun huis ga, weet je? Ja, wacht even. Wil je nog steeds op hetzelfde adres dan? The way she opens the door, you can see that she's really a good actor. And this woman that opened for her the door, she's even don't want to take too much time for her. Probably they brought a packet and she need to give her that packet. She's a neighbor. She asked her, how is your daughter? She didn't want to take too much time for her and laughing, ha, and then go. So it means a lot, you know. When I hear her voice, I already know everything. Waar ik bij jou thuis ben geweest, want ik ben bij jou. Ask her if she's living at the same address because I went there to look for her, and I thought it was another block, and it was not that block. And then I called by the neighbors to ask, and then they find me suspicious, and they called the police, and the police came, and they told me that I was not allowed to wait in the hall. I said that I'm waiting for someone. Maybe my friend is coming late home, and because I don't know sure where she was living, I thought this address. And then they only give me a fine because the neighbors called that I was waiting in the hall, but it was a public place. Everyone that wants to visit a friend is allowed to enter there. So I was very angry about that. So that's a fine, and I went to the police office and I complained. So I'm now explaining to her that if she was still living at the same address, because I went probably to another address. And she said yes. And then I said, is it still with that balcony? She said, you don't know where I live because I only showed you from far, because she has a bad memory. Because she forget even that I went inside her house. She brought me once to her house and I saw it once her house, but after I never went back to her house, you know, because they were, like I said before, they were very, very strange, you know. If they don't give everything, then you can also not give everything. Geweest, maar jij woonde daar niet meer. Volgens mij ben je bij de verkeerde huis geweest of zo. Nee, ik niet bij je weg geweest. Ik heb je alleen maar van ver toe laten zien. Nee, ik ben bij jou binnen geweest, weet je dan niet meer. Toen heb je morgen nog de gordijnen. Toen zei je dat je gordijnen zou bestellen en zo. Oh ja, dat is lang geleden, ja. Ja, dat is heel lang geleden, weet je. Ik was toen bij jou thuis geweest, weet je wel. En je had me die balkon laten zien, weet je. Oh, ik dacht dat je niet naar binnen was. Jawel, ik was wel bij jou binnen geweest. En ik weet nog precies waar jouw keuken staat. Ik bedoel, vanaf de balkon, als je de balkon uitloopt, die keuken staat aan de linkerkant. En je had van je moeder nog magnetronzorg gekregen. Dat was helemaal aan het begin. Klopt, dus ik ben bij jou geweest en je zou ook nog vitrages doen. Je had een of ander probleempje met zijn of zo, dus ik ben wel bij jou 1 keer thuis geweest. Alleen die balkon die ik gezien heb bij jou, ik dacht dat die aan de straatzijde is. Weet je nog waar we altijd vroeger zaten? Op die bankje, tegenover de parkeerplaats. Een keer zaten we daar, jij en ik. Weet ik niet meer. Er is zo'n bankje bij de tegenover. Daar is zo'n... Hier is zoveel veranderd. Nee, maar ik kan je nog herinneren vroeg. I told her that she has when she got that house, I found it very coincidence because close to, in front of that, there were little seats when I was still a student, and when I I was still, I think I was just changed my house. The first thing that I met her and her sister, I did not want to tell them exactly where I was living. So when I was there by the seats, they asked me, I want to sit with her there. So when she get the house in front of those seats, I said, oh, very coincident, because it was one of the first time that I met her was there. You understand? But actually, I met her sister when I was in 2009, I think, when I was working for the government in a city, and they start laughing because I was wearing a skirt till knees, and with I mean, with, if someone else would probably wear those clothes, it would be normal, but because I was wearing those clothes and the high heels and the body, they were like always blowing it up, like, oh, I was not, I mean, everyone was wearing those clothes. It was just clothes to go to your work. But I mean, I need to probably buy clothes 2 size bigger, just not to show my figure, probably. You understand? So they were, she and another friend, Algerian friend, I think she's bisexual. They were always laughing, and another friend, Faiza, and this Algerian friend that I think is bisexual. She had also something from Lihud, I think, and they were always laughing, and I recognized her voice from this Algerian because years before, when I was in my student room, they called me in the night and they start to change the voice and say, "Hi, you want to have a date with me?" And I recognized her voice that it was her. So I knew that they were testing me. So it means that from years before, they had my number, and I changed many times my number. And when they called me, I found it strange how they couldn't get my number, because I was not giving my number to anyone. So this is where I was actually telling myself I even cannot trust one or two persons. You understand? So this is where I got a very bad impression about Moroccans, because I actually had more only contact with Moroccans, outside. So it was strange, and this is what I'm telling her about the house, that's about the seats, that it was such a coincidence, because I met her sister there, and then later, when I was at the bus, because I never went with my car to the work because of the parking problems, so then her sister was in the bus, and then I met this Latifa. She was with the sister. So this is how it happened. And because they were living close to my house, I was always walking and passing their house. And this is how it started, that I went inside their house. You understand? Uh, but at the beginning, her mother was not kind to me. Like, I was not welcome. It was like in the beginning, like her mother had problems with herself. And then suddenly the girls started to invite me more. They became more flexible, but because normally I was not going on invitation, I was just passing, understand? And they invited me to go inside. So they were not really open, but it was like they were like